Howdy here, folks. We are here July 3rd, and what we are looking at is what I call a bear turd. It's a fire starter that I created. It's got 25 different natural tinders in there. Let's see there. All different stuff in there. Birch bark, cedar bark. Lots of good stuff. I've been making these into balls and logs, and they sew very quickly. They're held together by a couple different forms. One of the main ingredients is pine pitch. Let's see, there's some magnesium in there. And what I'm going to do is light one of these off, and we're going to do a little time test. And before I light it, I'll break it open here and take a little look at it here. So this is the Michigan Wildfire Bear Turd. So I just wanted to crack it open so you guys could see the inside of it. All different wood in there. Lots of different materials. Kind of my little secret. There's a few others on the market that are similar, but nothing is quite the same. So I'm going to put this in this little Boy Scout dish. I'm going to take it outside, and I'm going to light it up for you. Alright folks, here we are outside. Just want to get a good spot to light this here. Just going to go old-fashioned way. I don't want my ferro rod. These will light on the ferro rod, but go the old-fashioned way here with the lighter. And we have flame. You can see it's just on the outside edge right now. Once this gets fully engulfed, you can cook on these. Actually, you could probably start cooking on that right about now. Being that pine pitch is used as a base ingredient, probably don't want to cook over the open flame, but anytime you want to cook or get a fire started with one of these, it's perfect for that. As you can see, you could break this in multiple different pieces and use small pieces to start a fire. But we're just going to see what one big one here will do. And see how long it'll go. Hopefully my phone battery don't die. Right now we're at 2 minutes. By the way, happy 4th of July, everybody. 3 minutes. And you're looking at about a 10-inch flame. And some 4th of July happiness going on here. And we are at 4 minutes. And still about a 10 or 12-inch flame. These things are wonderful for putting in the center of a fire, get a fire going. You can actually use them as a solid fuel for a fuel stove. Just break a chunk off. A little piece will do a lot. As you can see down in there, there's just that one piece that's on fire. That'd be plenty to get a solid fuel stove rolling. As you can see, the ball itself actually is barely on fire. We're at 5.5 minutes here. We're looking at a 12-inch flame. Still got lots of life left. One thing I love about these is the way the fire comes off of them. Kind of swirls around them. Partially because there's a little breeze here, but it's pretty darn cool. And now we're looking at like a 14-inch flame. As it gets more fully engulfed, the flame gets bigger. It's just going to keep on going. As you can see, the ball is still pretty much fully intact. Starting to get some charcoals on the outsides, which means it's totally being consumed. And we are at 7 minutes. Still plenty of life. And we are looking at approximately a 12 or 14-inch flame still. Now the magnesium is catching. You can see some magnesium bursting going on. What that does is it makes the outside into a little red coals on the outside, making it a hotter fire. Fire is growing. And we're at 8 minutes. Still lots of life left. I've had people come back after they purchased these from me, before and say they've had them last upwards of 40 minutes off of one ball. I guess we'll see. Hopefully my phone don't die. One thing about these that you do not want to do, that it's kind of a little disclaimer, because there's magnesium and pine pitch and whatnot, is you want to smother these out. You don't want to dump water on them. Dumping water on these would be a big no-no. So if you ever decide that you're done having fun with these, you never pour water on it. Water would be bad. But here we are at 9 minutes. Still got a good 12-inch flame. Still lots of life left. Ball is virtually untouched. Still some magnesium bursting. So you could definitely boil water on this fire. You could definitely cook. Use this to get a wood fire going and cook over it. Use a pot and cook over it. It's a wonderful fire starter. It was an experiment of mine, and kind of modified it and kept working with it, and I guess this would be the third generation of the Bear Turd. I've modified the recipe a few times, and I'm pretty satisfied with this recipe. And we're at close to 11 minutes now, with still plenty of life left in the ball. Some more magnesium bursting. And we're still looking at about a 12-inch flame. Now the outside of the ball is actually starting to coal up a little bit more. Giving you some hot coals. I can feel the heat off of this. It's pretty warm. And we are at 12 minutes. Still plenty of life left. Well, let's see here. Am I going to let this video just keep playing? I can keep it playing, I guess, for a little while longer. I'm going to go to like 15 minutes, and then I'm going to blow this out. Oh, one thing about these too is I've actually done videos on my YouTube channel. You could look for them, where I've actually ran these underneath water and submerged them in water prior to lighting them, and they're pretty much fully waterproof. I would imagine if they were fully submerged for a long period of time, they might have an issue lighting, but I still think you could probably light them. But It can be damp, definitely, and still light, and still fully function the way they're supposed to. And we are at, let's see here, we're close to 14 minutes. And the flame is now at about 10 inches. Still plenty of life left. Now if I was to take a stick and break that open and push it and make it split in half, it would flame back up again. But I just wanted to light it and let it sit, see what happens. And you guys are watching this with me, so I'm just going to let it go. And we are at, now here, I'm just going to give a little blow on it. It's funny. And we are at 15 minutes. Still plenty of life left. All right, folks. Chris Gustafson, happy 4th of July, and thank you for watching my video about my homemade bear turds. I have some in stock, and check them out. Still burning. Give you a little example here. So you can break them down, break them up, get the hot coals going, and that's perfect for cooking over. And obviously the flame is not as high, but it's a perfect base for a fire. I'm actually trying to extinguish it a little bit here, but we're at 17 minutes.